Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, family and friends. I didn't know until I saw it this morning that apparently gingers are black people. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen the TikTok or seen the videos, but let me tell you, they are absolutely hilarious. And I'm not mad at them. I'm really not. Okay? So if you don't know, there's a video, and it's a woman saying that gingers, people with red hair, freckles, that they are black. Now, historically, if you use the one drop rule, or however you want to look at it, when they look at their ancestry, they're going to have between 1 and 10% some form of African descent. Okay, all right, that's cool. Now, their freckles are like their melanin, in their skin, and their curly hair, like a lot of redheads have naturally curly hair. It's very thick, and they have an easier time using black hair care products than white hair care products. All right. So, as I'm watching these videos, it reminded me of two things. First, my oldest brother, Charles, who passed away a few years ago, a story that my mom told, and any of my family members can probably verify this, but my mom said that when my oldest brother was born, he was so fair-skinned and had red hair that they almost didn't let her leave the hospital with him. Now, this is back in the 60s or late 50s, 60s. They almost didn't let her leave the hospital because they didn't believe that was her baby. Now, this is my oldest brother we're talking about, okay? There was also this story, and I believe it was Inside Edition. That show's not on anymore, but it was on Inside Edition, and there was these two girls, and you can Google this, look it up. One of them was black, light-skinned black. The other one was fair-skinned and, looked white or passing white and had red hair. And they were twins. They were born twins, one white, one black. My twins, one of them looks white, one of them looks black. She doesn't have red hair, but it reminded me of that Inside Edition. And this girl, if you look at her, she's mixed. Obviously, she's mixed, but she doesn't look mixed. She looks like she's Irish, okay? So, as I'm watching these funny videos, it made me think about how it kind of makes sense because the English oppressed the Irish the same way that the English oppressed black people in America. All right, I can see that. Now, did Hollywood know that or however you want to say it, did somebody already know this for years and years and years, and they just haven't said anything? For example, Annie, the movie, was recast with the black girl. Ariel from the Little Mermaid, another redhead, recast as a black girl. Mary Jane in the Spider-Man movies, recast as a black girl. Even Prince Harry, with his ginger-looking self, is married to a black woman. I don't know, maybe that's all just coincidental, okay? So some of the comments from these redheads, they were like, well, first of all, and I'm just talking as one of them, the video that I saw, I'm gonna have to learn how to stitch and do that because they're hilarious. He goes, first of all, on behalf of all the gingers, we are no longer accepting the hard ER. We are going to be known as Ginjuz from now on. Another one put on a wave cap. He said, when I put on this wave cap, it felt like a crown. I'm a red velvet king. A third one, he said, I woke up this morning to all these stitches that gingers are now black people. He said, now all my bills are paid, but somehow my credit score dropped. And then you hear the beep, the smoke detector in the background. And he's like, oh, what in the CIA is going on? They had me rolling. They just had me cracking up laughing. Okay. So I don't know if it's, how accurate it is, other than, something like the 1-drop rule. But you know what? I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. I think that black people in general are probably the most accepting of other people into our cultures and into our spaces. So I think it's funny, and I don't take any offense to it. And I have to say I'm okay with it. Originally today I was going to talk about the South Africans, the white South Africans that are being allowed to migrate or immigrate into the country fast track. I'll save that till tomorrow, because today this tickled me so much I had to laugh. Side note, if you take the word ginger and you rearrange the first G with the first N, things that make you go, Anyway, that's my video for today. Thank you guys for watching, and tell me what you think. I find it hilarious.